So let's see. What did I order from RC Superstore? Oh, I think I know what this is. I actually ordered this off Amazon, I think. I guess it came from RC Superstore, though. Yeah, that's what it is. They had a pretty good deal on the AFX Formula 1. I already have all 4 of these. This is going to be another one that I'm going to open. I think they had this for 30 something bucks, I think. It was a pretty decent price, so I just went ahead and got it. Hopefully it runs as well as I bought this one off of Adam a while back, a couple of weeks ago, and this car runs really well. This is probably one of my better running Mega G Plus cars. So hopefully this one will run just as good. In fact, why don't I go ahead and just cut this baby open, since it's not for the wall. I already have it on the wall. Try not to kill myself with this razor. Alright. Yeah, definitely nice looking. Love the detail on these cars. So now I got 2 I could run around the track. Maybe at some point I'll get the other 2 just as runners. But maybe we'll take a few laps with this later after I go over this other stuff. Yeah, $29.99. That's not bad, right? 29, under 30 bucks. Thought it was a pretty decent price. That's why I picked it up, and it was free shipping. Oh, hey, Bob. All right, let's cut this thing open here. See what I got from Steven. Oh yeah, I ordered some other silly sponge tires for my Fusions. A couple more sets. 418s. Got them in blue and yellow because there's a little bit of a stiffness difference between the two, so I'm going to play around with those. And I also got... oh yeah, I only wanted 1 pair of the 414. This is even lower. So we'll put those off to the side. But this is what I was waiting for. This doesn't look like a balanced arm to me. I don't see the little... There's no notches in any of the stacks there, and there's no like insert in between like there usually. Wait, is that one? No, that's not. I'll have to ask Steven about that. I'm also curious to see. I wonder if I could try and ohm this thing out. Kind of hard to ohm it out inside this. $20 for a new AFX. Yeah, that's definitely a good price. See you, John. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, these glasses are filthy. No wonder I can't see. You can see if I can get a reading off of this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Well, it's... .8 minus 0.9 on my leads. 1 ohm on my lead. So yeah, it is like a 3.8 ohm armature. All right, well, let's pop this baby in this chassis and see what we get. Gotta get a little something to tweak those hangers. Oh yeah, I've had this fluke meter for, man, a long time. Like 30 years probably. That's how long I've actually had that meter. And it's Works as good as the day I had it. Bought it. I have a background in electrical engineering. I used to work at a company that built circuit boards. I used to work on circuit boards that went in CAT scan machines, actually. I used to test and troubleshoot those circuit boards. Hey, Mike. Yeah, before I got into IT, I was doing electrical engineering type work as a technician. And I probably should take these pickup shoes off, make it a little easier to... That's cool, Mike. Yeah, that's how I kind of got into it. And as a kid, I used to like to take everything apart that I had, my walkie-talkies, anything electronic, just to kind of see how it worked and hopefully put it back together, and it still worked. All right, let's see. Drop this camera down a little bit here. So I got the motor box in. Again, the white magnet goes up with the front end to the left. I'm going to put the magnets in. Oh, somebody asked me a question. Where do you put the leads? Well, since this was all together, I was able to, I don't know if you could see that little solder point right there, but that's the winding of the one side of the armature, and there's another. So you would read from that little point there to that point there, and then to that. There's 3 spots. It should all basically be the same ohm. If you have the armature out, it's much easier. I could show you on an actual armature that's not in the car. If the armature's not in the car, you can just read right off the COM plate, in between each slot. So there, and there. But these are those little points these little points are connected to these plates when your brushes rub up against, when the electric comes up through the pickup shoes, through the brushes, and hits the COM. That's what makes the motor spin. Sorry, it's blurry. I don't either, Rick. I'm not a big F1 guy. I have some of the originals. My Super International set came with the 4 Super G Plus F1s. And I still have those. They always were too fragile, so I didn't like racing them. The one thing I do like about these newer AFX is this one, well, not this one, this is the new one, but this one just a little while ago went flying right off the track onto the cement floor, and not a scratch on it, really. These front wings here, or spoiler, is very durable. This back spoiler is all kind of molded into one, so this is also pretty strong. I guess you could maybe break this little roll cage off, but pretty robust body actually on these. Did a pretty good job with them. Okay, so I put the magnets in high downforce mode. Put my, you know, I should probably give this a little bit of oil since I have it open. Let me just put a little dab on each end of the armature. Okay. Oh, you know what? I guess I need a pinion gear, the one that was on the original motor. I might have to put a new pinion gear on this. This one's been taken off and on a number of times. And it's still pretty tight, actually. I was worried it was going to get a little too loose, but it's not spinning when I hold the arm and put some pretty good pressure on, so I think it's still okay. Feels nice and smooth. When Steven had sent this to me, I was going to help him test out a new armature that he was going to use in these A51s, but the car didn't run good. It was slower than my 6-ohm Super 7s, and it turned out the armature was too tight. There was almost no play in it. It just didn't fit in the box very well, wherever he got that armature from. And without any spacing, it just wasn't anything you could do. So he sent me a different armature. Put these pickup shoes back on, and we'll see how this thing runs. I was hoping Jim B would have been on, because this is actually his car. This is going to go to him, and once I get this all built and running right. He won this. This was the car I gave away on my giveaway. The one that he guessed the number, the first number. He guessed it. Just want to see how these pickup shoes sit. It's a little heel heavy. That sure looks good. Yeah, it looks better now. Okay. All right. Woo! That thing was up there. Definitely much faster. I was running at like almost 430. Curious to see what the downforce is on with these level 10. Let's see what a regular is. A regular Super 7 from Brewster Racing. Sitting at like a 130. See, that doesn't make any sense to me. How could that be less downforce? This has level 10 magnets. Yeah, that's... I don't remember if I made this car low. No, these are stock tires from Rooster Racing. It's interesting. I would have thought this would be a little bit higher downforce with these level 10 magnets. Get my tire gauge. I'm gonna check something. That one's in 145. How could that be so much more downforce? 144, and these are level 6 magnets. This thing's barely pulling 120. Huh. I'm going to try the rear end out of this car, just for the heck of it. No, pretty much the same. That does not make sense to me. Unless the motor magnets are that much stronger. That I don't know. I don't have an easy way of measuring the motor magnets without taking them completely out of the box, which I don't feel like doing. Hey, Slightly Mad. what this car is coming in at. Yeah, this is like a 438. That's what it's supposed to be. .438, 436. Yeah. Curious to see this rear end setup is. Yeah, it's 438 as well. I don't know. Rear tires are the same. Hey, rookie. Actually, I got an idea. Let's measure the individual magnet strength with my other meter. So this is a level 6 magnet. Coming in at like 57-ish. Yeah, 57. Let's see what these level 10 magnets are. Yeah, 64. Not a lot stronger, but it's definitely stronger. I don't know. This meter, I got this from J Products on Facebook. If you look up J, the letter J is in John, J Products. They all say weight max on them, but they have different like pads for. Yeah, I got that from J Products. Yep. Yeah, he's got a lot of interesting stuff. The guy who sells these meters, he has some other interesting items, helpful items for HO. All right, let's put this. Let's put this body back on and take this baby for a couple of laps before I send it to Jim. I will try not to crash it too much on you, Jim. All right. How does this car look? How's the pinion gear look on this thing? Pinion gear is pretty straight. That tire's got an awful wobble. Oh my God, that's horrible. Look at that thing. Yeah, that's not good. Always seems to be one, like this tire is pretty good. That one's got a pretty good wobble, but you know, this one was kind of the same way, I think. No, this one's not as bad. I'm gonna do some laps with this as well, completely stock, and then I'll take the silicone tires off of here, put them on, we'll see how it runs. Let me fire up the track. Oh, hey, thanks, Snuggie. You can get to see his car in action. All right, I'll move you guys over to the track view. My garage is still a bit of a mess from all the holiday decoration boxes and stuff that I still haven't put away, because I still gotta take all the decorations all down. All right, that a good enough view, hopefully. I might have to cut this guy pin down a little bit. I think I had to cut this one. Yeah. We'll see how it sounds. Oh my goodness. What's going on? The front tires aren't even on the track. This car. Yeah, that's not good. definitely have to play around with this this Formula One car that I just got. The I don't know if it's the pickup shoe. Oh yeah, this one shoe is tight. Like the spring tension is really tight. Something's up with it. We're gonna have to play around with this car. It needs a little tweaking. This pickup shoe is really stiff, like when I push on it. This one's normal. This one is actually keeping the car, the front tires are actually off the track. So I gotta see why this, it's like not in right or something. I'll have to play around with that later. Good old quality from AFX. Hey, Rich. This is the car I got from Adam. That's completely stock, other than some silicone tires, and it runs nice, really smooth, really good running car. But it runs way better than that other car. Yeah, this is Jim's car. Curious. Oh, sorry, Jim. I should put one of my bodies on here if I'm gonna keep crashing it. Hold on, make sure it gets a little bit warm. Definitely fast. Under 3 seconds. 2.89. This is a regular Super 7. Yeah, see, I'm doing the same 2.9. I just did a 2.98 compared to a 2.91. I don't see that much of a difference in the Area 51 car compared to the regular 6 ohm Super 7 to justify buying these. This is my opinion. I would not buy these Area 51 cars personally. They don't run that much better than the regular ones, and they're more money. And they're actually, because of the stronger magnets, I could hear the car is just not as smooth. It handles great. It's easier to drive as well. So if you're looking for a car that handles well, is good for beginners, doesn't come off the track easy, this car drives too easy for me. It's not that much of a challenge to drive it. I personally like how these regular Area 51, regular Super 7s drive and feel. I just did a better lap than I did with the Area 51 car. That's just me. My driving style and what I like. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great car, great running car. Just not that much greater than the regular Super 7 that Steven sells. So, yeah, that's my take on the Area 51.
Yellow flag.
I don't know if any of you other guys out there have any. That's the only Area 51 car I have. I don't know if you have any compared to the, and you also have the regular Super 7 or not, and what you think of the two cars. But I like Steven. I'm a friend of his. We chat often, and I he knows I tell it like it is, and I give my opinion. There's just not enough of a difference in the two cars to me to warrant paying the extra for the Area 51 car. So that's just completely my opinion, though, based on limited track time with it. So again, I'm not saying it's a bad car. It's a great car. It's just I don't know where or how it fits in with the existing Super 7, because to me it's slightly better handling and maybe a little bit faster, but yeah. Yeah, don't count how many crashes. I think there was only two. Yeah, no, they definitely do not break easy. They have some flex in them. There's got a lot of material in them. I mean, I guess technically it could break, but nowhere near as delicate as the old F1 cars were. And this rear spoiler is all like one piece. It's not on a hinge. It doesn't move. So I think it would take a significant impact to break this body. Let's see if we could figure out what's wrong with this pickup shoe. Yeah, this pickup shoe is really stiff. There's something not right with it. Oh, it's the pivot. It's something with this. Is it the hanger? Yeah, it's the hanger is a little bit not straight. It's on a little bit of an angle. Yeah, that's without even a spring in there. That could feel the something's not right. This is one of the AFX Formula One cars that came out not too long ago. And it's on a 1.7 chassis, but there's something wrong with this. The car, the front tires weren't touching the track. There's something wrong with either this pickup shoe or the hanger, because it's very stiff. Even without a spring, it's really stiff. I'm gonna put a different pickup shoe on, see if that makes any difference. No, it's not the pickup shoe, because this one's doing the same thing. This one's nice, has the correct movement. This is just really stiff. Yeah, and it's literally keeping the tire off the track. Keeping the whole front end off. It's something with that hanger. I could see it's kind of crooked. Excuse me. Yeah, without that pickup shoe, it sits fine. So. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. It's hitting it's not, the hanger is not as far down as it should be. And it's hitting the plastic. The pickup shoe is, the opening for in the hanger is only half of an opening. Because it's, yeah, that's the problem. So what can I do to get that to go lower? Oh, I think I did it. I think that did it. I just pushed the whole circuit board down. There we go. All right. Now it's got normal tension. And look at that. The front tires are on the track now. All right. That's better. This body was painted by J. Japp. Jaap. he has a. You could find Jay on Facebook as well. I think his business is called Whole Shot Painting. That's all he does. He just paints these bodies. I have a lot of my Lexan racing bodies. I get them most of them from Jay. He has the best deals in town as far as prices. Excuse me. All right, so problem solved on this car. Take it for another quick lap.
Go.
Yeah, it runs much better now. Definitely could use the silicone tires. Although you lose the nice lettering on the tires when you put these silicone tires on. But I'm going to take it for a quick lap with these silicone tires. Yeah, the lettering looks nice. Definitely gives it a very cool look. Just want to trim this pin down a tiny bit. These Mega G Plus cars have a pretty big, pretty long pin, I should say. All right. Cut that pin down and filed it just to take the sharp edge off. So. It runs okay. It's not doesn't run as good as this car. This car is still like my best running Mega G Plus car. Just something about the motor and the way it runs. You know, sometimes you get a good one. This one's not horrible, but definitely not as good as The other one. I gotta get a couple more pairs of those silicone tires. Yeah, that's pretty much par for the course with any of these mass-produced cars. Yeah, this is made by Rooster Racing. It's a Super 7, but it has a lower ohm armature and level 10 magnets instead of level 6. The stock Super 7 that Steven makes from Rooster Racing, or you can get it from Hardin Creek, has a 6 ohm armature. The Area 51 that he came out with a little while ago, not too long ago, has a, depends on which armature. It has either like a 3.5, 3.8, something like that. Definitely lower than 6 ohm, but same motor magnets. So for the extra money that he charges, you're getting a 3.8 ohm arm and level 10 magnets. Otherwise, the car from Rooster Racing is 100% the same as if it was a regular Super 7. So. Yeah, all of my Super 7s actually go on below 3 seconds, like 2.9 ish. 2.8, not high 2.8s, low 2.9s. And this car was similar, low 2.9s, high 2.8s. That's why I'm saying I don't know. I'm not seeing that much of a performance difference in the Area 51 car over the regular Super 7 from Rooster Racing to say you should go out and get Area 51 cars. That's just me. At least in my testing on my track and the lap times I'm running with a regular Super 7 from Rooster Racing compared to an Area 51. Yeah. To me, the car is not as much fun to drive. It drives itself. It handles too good almost. But some guys like that, and that's what they're looking for. They want something that handles real good. And your results may vary on a home track, on an AFX or an Auto World track. So you have to try them out yourself. See which one you think. See if you agree with me. I think there's a $10 difference from the Area 51 car to the regular Super 7, and I don't know. I don't know that there's $10. I don't know that it's $10 better, in my opinion. So. But someone was asking about these Lexan bodies, and I've got all of these bodies are from Jay. I happen to like this body style. I think this is supposed to be a Corvette, but I'm partial to this body style. I really like this body. It's a cool looking body. Same shape as this one. This is a different shape, but this is also a J Jap body. And he sells these 3 for $50 to your door. That includes shipping. Pinned and trimmed. Ready to go on your Viper or your Super 7 or your Fusion. This is another one that I got when I bought this one. I bought 3 that had this same type of camouflage look. These are on all my Fusions. Oh, this is the 3rd one. I like how this looks with the red tires. I always thought this body was kind of cool with the flames. What else do we got? This is another one. Another one with flames. I like this body too. This shows up good on a dark track. It's a good body to race. You can see it good. That's what when I buy bodies, I'm always thinking, can I see it good on a track? Most of the tracks I race on are dark, like a black type track. Rick, it really depends on the armature, whether it's trued, balanced, epoxied. So there's different levels in the armature. This is definitely not a epoxied and trued. It doesn't even look balanced to me, to be honest with you. So this armature. There's not a huge difference based on the ohm value. It's the construction of the armature. I mean, I have 6 ohm armatures that cost over $30, and I have, 2 ohm armatures that cost the same or less depending on the quality of the armature. Like these armatures, the armature in this car, this is a hot stock, balanced and trued, epoxied. When I say epoxy, the windings are actually epoxied to those little posts so they can't come undone as easy. You can also get ones that the whole thing is epoxied so it can't unravel. Well, most balanced armatures, they balance them by taking a notch out of, like you see that little dot in the metal part of the armature, and there's another dot there. It's hard to see on that. Here, this you can see much easier on this. They put that notch in each. See, like there's no notch there because to balance it, it didn't need it, but they needed to put a notch there and a notch there to balance that armature. This armature, to me, has no notches in it at all. Another way to balance an armature is to put weight in between. So like this is you can see there's like a little piece of plastic wedged in between the stacks there. So it's balancing it that way rather than notching out the stack. They put something in between. This is a very expensive. This is an NSX turbo armature from Hardin Creek. This is almost like a $40 armature. This is a 2.5 ohm trued, balanced, epoxied. All the bells and whistles pretty much. Yeah, they have equipment that lets them, tells you where you need to, take a notch out and how much. I've never done it, but see, I don't know if you could see, but this armature is from RPMs, and this whole armature is epoxied. Like the windings are epoxied, where it's bound to that little spot I showed you where you measure with the ohm meter. It's epoxied. So no, that doesn't go in there. And there's a big cost difference in a stock. Basically, a stock 6 ohm Viper armature cost about $5 or $6. A balanced Viper armature, just balanced, bumps you up to, like 10+ dollar range, $10-$12, even maybe 15. But when you get up to the balanced, epoxy, trued, then you're getting up into the $25+ range for an armature or more. Yeah, that sounds about right. 18 and change for balanced hot stock 6 ohm armature from Viper. I I have a couple of them actually. Let me see. Yeah, this armature and this Viper is a hot stock, one of their balanced arms. It's hard to see the balance mark. It's just a little hole right there, another little hole on this side actually. But this is a good running car. It's hard to get those armatures sometimes. They go out of stock pretty quick and take forever to get back in stock. Anyway, I think Jim will be very happy with this car. It's a very good running car. So. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready to sign off. Going to get ready to have dinner in a little bit. I think I just heard the wife walk in the door. So I'm going to clean up my mess, and I will chat with you guys later. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Look for me tomorrow. I'm going to have the guys over tomorrow. Going to do a little birthday racing. Tomorrow's my birthday. 59 years old tomorrow. One more year in the 50s. So I got some of the guys coming over, probably around 10:30, 11. Sounds good, Snuggie. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Kenton's going to be on tonight. I think I already saw his post, so I'll probably be on later tonight. Chat with you guys if you're on with Kenton. See what he's got going on. I think he might be doing another virtual race, building a track. I thought I saw somebody post what the layout was, but I just don't have the space and time to get my AFX track out and build a layout. But I'm going to tune in anyway and say hi. So yeah, pimp your layout. All right, guys. I'll chat with you all later. If you're on Kenton's show, I'll chat with you then. Or keep an eye out for tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. And I might even race Saturday as well. Friday and Saturday. We'll see. But all right, guys. Chat with you in a little bit. Take care.